An Italian server collective is now a specially designated global terrorist. Marco Rubio froze the accounts today. That's the encrypted plumbing the American Antifa cells were running on. 10 years they told you Antifa was an idea, and now listen to what State's memo says about Hamas. We're talking about a 72-year-old woman burned over 80% of her body in her own home in Greece. Firebombed, dead, because her daughter dared to run for office. Rubio said that out loud on camera, and then he named Berlin. 5 days of blackout, the longest since World War II. An 83-year-old woman dead in the freezing cold. That's the future being organized on these servers. I'm going to roll Rubio's full clip, and I'm going to read you the line from the State Department memo telling a far-left media group straight to Hamas, Hezbollah, and the IRGC. Now, Rubio froze those assets in an afternoon, and that shows just how fast the value of things can move when Washington finally acts. And here's the thing that nobody is pricing in yet. We've got midterm elections coming up, control of Congress on the line, and markets hate uncertainty. Uncertainty breeds volatility. Between now and November could be the most volatile stretch for the stock market and the economy we've seen in years. Now, here's the good news. There is a hedge, and it's physical gold and silver. Noble Gold Investments has spent over a decade helping everyday Americans protect their wealth with precious metals. Simple, easy, and safe. Go to nextnewsgold.com or call 877-646-5347. When you call them, mention my name, and for America's 250th, they'll add a 10-ounce silver bar. You can see it on your screen when you open a new qualified account. Don't let Election Day arrive without a plan. Now back to the sanctions list. Now, Jane's Revenge used the same infrastructure to claim credit for firebombings and beg for copycats. Same servers, same collective. Now it's a specially designated global terrorist. Rubio pulled that thread today, and the tweets that are flooding in are calling it exactly what it is. Marco Rubio here, stunning the world by sanctioning a swath of far-left terror and Antifa networks. Autistic Aventati is facing FAFO. Let's check in with the State Department and Marco Rubio now.
You came here. You are here because 2 weeks ago, a 72-year-old woman was burned on over 80% of her body in her own home in Greece, and she died, executed by a firebomb because her daughter dared to stand for office. You are here today because for 5 days this winter, the lights went out in Berlin, the longest blackout in the city since the Second World War, sparked by an attack that left tens of thousands of households without power in the freezing cold and left an 83-year-old woman dead. You are here, and you came because a month after that Berlin blackout, a French 23-year-old succumbed to traumatic brain injuries, beaten to death on the streets of Lyon by a group of far-left militant thugs. You are here because your political leaders are being attacked and stabbed and shot in your streets, because your businesses have been bombed, because your railways have been sabotaged, because your police officers have been beaten and burned. You are here because this is real, and it is getting worse, and it can no longer be denied, and it can no longer be ignored, because it is time to crush this evil forever. The simple fact is, none of this that I've just described is new. Far-left political terrorism is not a recent day modern novelty. It is not a fiction manufactured by conservative politicians. For most of the modern era, it was in fact the dominant form of political violence. Every one of our friends here from the nations of the Western Hemisphere, remember?
Constitution X calls it a declaration of war and lays out what the sanction actually does to Autistic Aventati's encrypted server network. The gloves are off, they write. Rubio dropping a nuclear bomb on far-left terror networks. The entire Antifa ecosystem is about to feel the FAFO of a lifetime. Today, the United States officially sanctioned a swath of transnational far-left terrorist networks, including the shadowy Italian tech collective. This group has been the secret digital backbone for the most violent Antifa cells operating in America and across the West. He didn't hold back. There would be no refuge for violent extremists who wage war on our civilization.
You came here. You are here because...
So how does the deplatforming crowd handle it when the tables are turned? Rubio sanctions. Well, here's an exchange that just came in from RT Visual.
The deplatforming didn't work.
But here's the question. Here's a question.
Hey, don't touch me again, man. I'm asking you not to touch me.
Well, sure, I'll just pass.
that was Alex back in the day. So we have this. Persian Phoenix says the media won't put a single camera on it. Do you see the powerful gatherings? Iranians are fed up after half a century, but the left-wing media won't show you this. If they were Palestinians supporting Hamas, hundreds of news networks would cover them. Instead, Iranians fighting for a peaceful terrorism are free. This is Toronto, February 14th. But back to the designation, and here is the part Fox News obtained. The State Department memo ties the Italian collective to Rose City Antifa, Jane's Revenge, and the information flowing to Hamas and Hezbollah. The new memo has revealed the ties between U.S. Antifa groups and Islamic terror organizations overseas. They've now designated the group a terrorist organization, specially designated global terrorists. Let's see, this is a pretty long post. I'm not going to read the whole thing here. So Rubio stating this. Okay, let me just pull this up on a vertical slide so you can actually see it. Far-left terrorism poses a profound threat to the United States and the broader West. Today, the United States sanctioned several transnational far-left terrorist networks, including Tisticai Inventitai, a major far-left tech collective whose services are used by the most active Antifa cells. So there will be no refuge for violent extremists who wage war on our civilization. That is what Marco Rubio wrote down and put a legal designation behind it and froze the accounts. Merrick Garland had 4 years chased praying Catholics and school board moms and never touched these servers once. So name the donors that Rubio froze the plumbing. Now show me who paid the plumber, which American foundations wired money into this ecosystem, and which prosecutors in Portland and Seattle kept dropping charges while ICE agents were getting doxxed. We were right. Every single year they called us paranoid. We were right, and now it's on federal paper. So don't let this be a victory lap. Drop a comment with the name of one prosecutor that you want traced, and share this with a friend who told you Antifa was just a myth. And subscribe so you see the next designation the second it drops, because Rubio started pulling the threads, and I want the whole sweater on the floor. You see, Rubio's memo is the kind of document the gatekeepers will pretend never existed by Thursday. So let's put the real thing in your hand. Text White House to 844-840-4963. We hold credentials inside that building, and what our team pulls out of it hits your phone every night with no algorithm standing between you and it. But reading is only round one. Round two is carrying it. Text Signal to that same number and listen to the next news Signal Corps. Take assignments, earn rank, and help us move what the Legacy Press buries. Get in tonight.